So I've been meaning to do more little short videos on sort of what kinds of new ideas I'm using in my programming these days. And so this is the first one I've done in a while, and this is on unit testing. And I'm not going to dive into all the details about unit testing, but I just want to make the point of how cool it is and how useful it is. So in this file here, this is my inventory API file. So it really only has business logic. All of the major scripting logic in the system is in this one file, and everything is accessed through these API scripts that take parameters and pass back values. Now there's lots of good reasons to do that. So that's maybe one good practice, is to make a set of API scripts that do your major work on your data. And that's great. But once you've done that, the next step is you can actually do some unit testing. And here's why that's so cool. I just made a change to one of the scripts in here. And remember, these are all, some of them depend on each other, and I just made a change which worked and fixed a problem that I was working on. But when I go back and I can run my unit tests, or in this case, it's kind of like regression testing, but I've got this file set up here that does nothing but tests all the API scripts that I've created. So I can run that. I can run my unit tests right here, and whoops, I get some problems. So it's showing me that 4 of my tests have now failed. Now, realize the thing that I just fixed, I thought I fixed. I didn't think I added any problems to the solution. But clearly what I did was I broke at least one of my API scripts. So now I can go back and fix those. And I can do it by looking at my inventory scripts, my unit tests here. And I can actually just start running individually the tests one at a time and walking through and figuring out which one it is. So the first one that fails is delete company that has a vendor record. So I can find that in my test full of unit tests. So here's the script that I need to run. So I'm going to step through that in debugger. And I'm not going to bore you with that process, but that's what I'm going to do, and I'll come back and when I fix this, and we'll run the unit tests again. Alright, so I fixed what I think is the bug, and I can come back here and I can rerun my tests, and we'll see if all my tests pass. And boom, there they go. If you take the time to write your code first in such a way that it's testable, and that really comes down to making APIs, what we call APIs, but essentially just having well factored out scripts that do the vast majority of your intense logic and pass the parameters and test the results, then that's half the battle. Then if you go the extra mile to create yourself a test file that over time gets full of every single test that you need to make sure that your solution is still working. It gets better and better as it goes along. So I just love the way that this just gives me that sense that, yeah, okay, I didn't break anything. Now, of course, it doesn't cover everything. We'll never cover every scenario. But you can at least do some regression testing and see that, no, you didn't break the test that you already put in place, which is a really great thing. That's it for now.